Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the NXT review for the 17th of February 2021. Better show than AEW, and it pains me to say that because I'm a major AEW supporter, as most people know. Show opened with Kyle O'Reilly. He grabs the mic, gets straight to the point, saying he can't make sense of Adam's Cole attack at TakeOver. O'Reilly begged Cole to explain himself. Roderick Strong comes out instead. Strong defends Cole's actions, saying that his attack was justified purely off emotions. O'Reilly was having none of it and told Strong to keep his nose out of his business. Finn Balor interrupts both men and tells O'Reilly to get in line behind him for an explanation. Dunn and the tag team champions Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch interrupt and jump all three men. Dunn and company stand tall post-segment. William Regal makes an announcement that Santos Escobar and Karrion Kross would not take place tonight. Escobar had a short promo saying that he was going home. Regal reschedules the match for next week and says that if Escobar doesn't show up, he'll be stripped of the Cruiserweight Championship and suspended. I assume this has something to do with the weather, but who knows? Regal made Dunn, Lorcan, and Burch versus Balor, Strong, and O'Reilly the main event for this program. Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart, interesting tag team, defeats Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell with Johnny Gargano. Moon and LeRae start off basic, holds both women switch places. LeRae comes back quickly, and heels are dominant. They work over the ankle and leg of Blackheart. Blackheart gets momentary momentum, I guess you'd call it. She trips her opponents and kicks them both in the head. Moon tags in, and LeRae cuts the ring in half instantly. There's a van that's driving up to the venue. This distracts LeRae for a minute. LeRae continues to wear down Moon and not let Blackheart tag. Hartwell comes in a few times, but her offense is pretty weak and doesn't really look that great. Van appears on screen again, and Gargano, who's out there supporting his wife and friend, supports or runs to the back. Blackheart gets the babyface hot tag, gets some near falls on Hartwell. Cameras go to the back, and Gargano bangs on the doors and doesn't get anywhere. Moon and Blackheart do some double team backbreaker work on LeRae. Gargano approaches the stage to show that he's recovered Austin Theory. Hartwell and Moon take advantage and roll her up for the win. Pat McAfee appears from his jet. He gloats about being right about Adam Cole being a scumbag all along. McCaffrey said he'd see NXT soon. Kushida appears in the trainer's room. He's being interviewed. Bronson Reed interrupts. Reed says he's still waiting at a shot for Gargano, and Kushida had better rest up. Malcolm Bivens appears and calls Kushida's takeover performance awesome. Encourages him to have a match tonight to improve himself even more. Leon Ruff defeats Isaiah Swerve Scott. This is really sad because Scott was on a roll for a little while. Scott gets control early, dominates most of the first half of the match, and laughs at Ruff. Ruff comes back with some offense, including a flying cutter. Scott does show heel tendencies. Scott basically does the ego thing. Ruff trips Scott, and a crucifix pin gets a 3 count. Scott begins to attack his former friend and opponent and turns heel. Casey Catanzaro and Caden Carter defeat Aaliyah and Jessie Kamea with Robert Stone. This was not great. Carter and Catanzaro are making regular tags in and out in double teams. Boa appears on stage, and that distracts Carter. Catanzaro manages to pin Aaliyah even amid the distraction. Xia Li and Boa approach Catanzaro and Carter after the match. Li makes fun of Captain Zero with some type of marker, and then actually draws on her with the marker, challenging her to a match next week. I don't know. Not. Yeah. The distraction finishes on NXT have got to go. Dusty Classic. Tag team winner circle. Beth Phoenix is out. She prevents the trophies to the winning team. MSK are out first. They admire the trophy and hug Beth Phoenix. Carter announces they're challenging Birch and Lorcan for the Tag Team Championships on March 3rd edition of NXT. They're actually trying to go up against Shaq and that whole thing on AEW, which I find funny. I'm sorry, they can't compete with Shaq. Nobody cares about NXT that much. Anyway, Gonzalez and Kai are out next. Kai said they're by far the best tag team in the tournament. Shayna Baszler's music hits, and the women tag team champions hit the ring. Baszler makes fun of Kai about breaking her arm a few years back. I don't remember this. Jax said she's here to honor the late Dusty Rhodes. Baszler lays down the challenge for March 3rd episode of NXT. They really are trying to stack the show. Cameron Grimes video package. He wrecked his Lamborghini and laughed it off and said he'd just buy another one. Anyway, Kushida defeats Tyler Russ with Malcolm Bivens. Having Bivens as a manager really doesn't do him much good, I guess. Russ counters a good bit of Kushida's offense. Kushida turns the heat up and hits a bunch of heavy offense, including a flipping powerbomb. Kushida tries to go to the top rope. Russ yanks him off, and he gets driven headfirst into the canvas. Russ works on his arm. They go to commercial. They come back. Kushida gets hot again, hits a hoverboard lock, and throws Russ to the mat. Russ recovers quickly and nails Kushida in the head with a kick. Kushida no-sells it and gets the hoverboard lock for the win. Not sure what this does for Russ. Not sure why we needed to see Kushida again this soon after his major match on Sunday. Zoe Stark defeats Valentina Frez, or Fons. Stark and Friends trade knee strikes and other strikes to begin the match. Stark basically hits a half and half suplex overhead, and her opponent gets the win. She hits some knees after that and hits a modified GTS to get that win. Karrion Kross gave Santos Escobar an ultimatum in his promo. He told Escobar he had two choices: to get his skull caved in on live television or to run away scared. I guess this is kind of good. Main event time: Pete Dunne, Oney Lorcan, and Danny Burch defeat Finn Balor, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong. O'Reilly and Lorcan start the match. O'Reilly has a bunch of anger, and he goes completely after Lorcan. Balor and O'Reilly tag in and out on several occasions. They do a bunch of double team moves. Strong tags in, and Dunne does the same. Dunne and Strong are in the ring together for a while. O'Reilly gets a hot tag and takes out his opponents. Dunne works over the neck of O'Reilly throughout a picture-in-a-picture commercial break. Burch and Dunne tag in and out and take turns working over O'Reilly. O'Reilly, the sympathetic babyface, he may even be the one to beat Balor for all we know. Balor gets gets the hot tag and clears the path for Dunne. Almost rolls Balor up, but he escapes. Balor then kicks Dunne in the corner. Referee caught him in the middle of the kick. Balor still wants to go to the top. Adam Cole appears, shoved Balor off the top rope. Cole follows up, nailing O'Reilly with a kick and a